now at 1037. Culinary not only offers deals at restaurants across the city, but you can also step up your cooking game.
That's right. Chef Lynn Krieger is here with the New Orleans School of Cooking, joining us now, and I have crashed this segment.
Oh, I needed that energy. I'm glad.
I had to be in here. Lynn is my favorite chef that comes in our Fox 8 kitchen, so I am so excited.
I think Lynn is happy that you're here because you're probably more of a help than I am in the kitchen. All right, so
let's talk cast iron cooking.
Yes.
Because that's the other culinary class that we did in August that we're also going to continue to do.
Okay.
I'm going to do a pork chop with y'all today. So what I've got right here is a bone-in, center-cut loin chop. And my cast iron skillet right here has been preheating over medium for about 2 minutes.
Okay.
There's a couple of things you can do to make sure that you get a really good golden sear on any kind of meat. And one is to make sure your protein is patted really dry. So if you'd hand me some paper towels. Now, these pork chops I salted ahead of time, and I let them sit with that salt. That's going to draw out the extra moisture. And then you want to pat everything dry to make sure that you don't have to like cook off the steam before you develop that good sear, right?
Okay.
All right, if you give a little shake of seasoning right there.
There you go,
I'm going to
Shields.
add a little bit of oil. This is just some vegetable oil. When you're doing cast iron cooking, you usually want to stick with a high heat oil.
Okay.
Because cast iron cooking means one of two things. It means really high and fast or really low and slow. And something like a light olive oil will actually burn before your food makes that good brown sear.
I have experienced that.
Yeah, well, let's get that in there. I've got this cast iron going here. I think I'm cooking.
You are. So right there, what we've got is the beginning of a pan sauce for that first pork chop that I cooked ahead of time. Get this in.
Get those little paper towel
I know,
pieces off.
well, it sat here a little too long is what it is. All right, ready, set, sear. Boom.
All right.
All right, in the skillet we go, like so. You like to hear that kind of crackle right there. If you don't have good crackle, you're not going to have good color, good flavor.
Well, the smell from this sauce is just absolutely amazing.
Is it just
You're
straight
talking
up
about
rosemary and
pan
oil?
drippings and rosemary?
This is the pan drippings from our first pork chop over here, along with some rosemary, a little mashed up roasted garlic, and then some stock and a little vinegar, which I did in place of wine.
Oh.
Yeah, so a little bit of acidity is going to do really, really nicely. And now that we're at this point, we're giving it a little stir so people can see. See how you can just kind of see the dry streak of that skillet right there?
Oh, yeah.
All right, we're going to turn off the heat. You got that butter.
Butter?
Mount
it.
in. Look at you remembering that.
Oh.
He said mount. That's what we're doing right here. We made a really intense sauce, and then you smooth it out by adding very, very cold butter and mixing it in. So you want to give the skillet a little stir and shake like
Y'all,
so.
it smells so good.
Oh my gosh,
This works as butter. You can actually use egg yolks to mount a sauce, make it richer, make it smoother like so, but you always do that off the heat. So this needs about another minute before we flip it, but what a lot of people are interested in when they take our cast iron class is how do I actually take care of my cast iron? Right, there's a big debate, soap, no soap, do you wash it, do you not?
Right, no soap, right?
Lodge says you can use soap. The whole idea that you can't use soap to cook a cast iron skillet, it is now, because soap used to be made with lye, and lye would actually pull all of the oil seasoning out. But if you're using something like Dawn, it's fine. But if you don't want to do that, the best thing you can do is let your skillet cool off.
Just don't do it in front of your mama because she will fuss at you still.
Yes, she will. You wipe out any food bits and then actually use salt.
Like big coarse salt?
okay.
Big coarse salt and a cloth towel. You don't want to use paper towels because they'll tend to pill up and stick to the skillet. And what this salt is going to do is just remove all of those stuck-on bits without scratching too much and leaving all of that good oil in there to keep our skillet seasoned. Because a cast iron skillet really works exactly like your skin. There's those porous little pock marks to it that open up as the food cooks and then cools and re-releases all of that flavor. And you don't want to wash all of that out. Right here.
So good, Lynn.
Look at that.
Look at that.
And then when you're done with the skillet right here, you wipe out the salt, put it back on the stove, and let it heat over, let's say, medium heat for a minute or two. Put oil on the cloth, rub it, and then let it continue to heat until it starts to smoke.
And
When
you
you're
can learn all of that in your at your class at the New Orleans Cooking
Yep,
School.
at New Orleans School of Cooking. We're in the French Quarter on St. Louis Street, across from Johnny's Po' Boys right there. Yeah, we're doing these. We're doing them in the lab, which is kind of a more informal setting where you're much closer with the chef, and it's a 2-hour thing. So it's really good for locals to
Can
do like a
people
little
get
date
those?
night.
Can people sign up on the website?
Yeah, absolutely. It's NewOrleansSchoolOfCooking.com.
Good stuff.
So much,
This is awesome. All right. Thank you so much.
Give me
I'm
a bite,
starving.
Rob.
All right, I'll share. All right, time now 10:42. We'll be right back.